There's a place in the woods called Aspen Ridge. This is where we call home. We are the Popple People. Welcome to our channel. Thanks for stopping by. Well, we're finally getting back to the saw shack, and in this episode, we'll be building some custom walls with built-in sawdust chutes for easy cleanup at the saw shack. So our plan is to build 3 custom sections of wall, assemble them at the shop, and then haul them back to the saw shack for installation. Well, folks, if you're new here, welcome, or welcome back if you've been following us. We started our YouTube channel about a year ago in January of 2022, so we are celebrating our 1-year YouTube-versary. We just wanted to give a big shout out to y'all for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. We are so appreciative. Thank you. So in our last video from New Year's Eve, we promised you that we'd officially share our plans for what year 2 will bring here at Aspen Ridge. Our first year was focused primarily on just getting the sawmill, getting it assembled, and then getting the saw shack built, and then moving the mill out to its permanent location in the saw shack. Although we're not quite finished with the saw shack yet, as evidenced by the content of this video, we're still working on finishing that up. But we have big plans coming up. We still have just our usual day-to-day projects to work on, but we want to build an off-grid tiny house log cabin. Now the thing is, we've never done this before, so we're going to do a little experiment and see if it's actually possible to figure out how to build a log cabin by just watching YouTube videos as tutorials. Should be interesting. For anyone watching who's built a log cabin, we'd sure appreciate if you'd be willing to share any tips or pointers. Please drop us a comment below. This winter, we've been busy just brainstorming ideas and talking through various different possibilities. We're still pretty up in the air right now, so definitely let us know what you'd like to see in an off-grid log cabin deep in the forest. You can plip-plop a comment below, email us at thepopplepeople, all one word, @gmail.com, or jump in the chat box on our website. I'll leave the link for our website in the description below. We love hearing from you, so please don't hesitate to drop us a line. We want to hear your thoughts and suggestions. This middle section of wall was a tight fit. One of the vertical posts was milled a little wonky, but he got her in there. So here's what our framed out sawdust doors look like so far. This is the amount of progress we made before we ended up getting swamped with blizzards and then the holidays. We did manage to get back to the saw shack the next morning before the first snowstorm hit, just to measure for the doors themselves. And then our plan was to do the work that we could at the shop and then haul everything back to the saw shack for final assembly. It was a nice day for a walk in the woods, just peaceful and the calm before the storm. The next part of this project involved making some shiplap. So first, the boards that we had needed to be resawed, just to clean up the edges. And he ended up having to screw a straight guide board onto each piece and then running that through the table saw to get one straight edge to start with. It was a bit tedious to do it this way, but the end result did turn out nice. Then, before the table saw blade got switched to the dado blades, Tater also cut the plywood and OSB that we were going to use for the doors themselves, so those got cut to width. We are really trying to get everything that we can cobbled together from just leftover pieces and scraps that we had already laying around here. The only things we actually had to run into the big box store to pick up were the hasps and the hinges. Next, the dado blades were swapped out on the table saw, and just remember that these threads are opposite, righty-loosey and lefty-tighty. He made a fence piece and clamped that on, and then after that he was able to get the dado height set. Tater decided to add a small hasp to the bottom of each door as well, and this works nice. Great success. So, here's what we've got. 3 sections of wall with sawdust doors along the track. What do you think? Does this seem like it'll help manage the sawdust and make cleanup a breeze? That's our hope, so we'll see how it works out. Let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video and want to follow our journey, please consider subscribing. That way, you can be a Popple People too. We'll see you soon.